Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. This is your brother Bob from Bel-Air, Maryland. Welcome to the OTECH Pros and founders and affiliates around the world. So today we are here. We are graced with the presence of some great minds. We have our brother, Mr. Mike Ellis, is joining us from Colorado. We have Brother Madi, of course, Ivy Mix. We have Sister Comfort. We haven't seen her for a little bit. I hear she was on vacation with the children in Paris. Maybe she will tell us about that in a little bit. Of course, my OTECH Pro brothers, Oliver, Vincent, and Collins. Oliver is also joining us from Cameroon, so he might have some network challenges. But as is customary for us here, we are trying to spotlight founders around the world, those who've been doing great things behind the scenes, not known. We try to spotlight them, bring them forward, so that we know them, so that the entire ONPASSIVE community know them. Today, we are privileged to have two people. One has come in, but gone out, maybe due to network from Nigeria. That would have been Mr. Olayini Opeyimi from Nigeria. But we have with us here our brother Frank Jerome Mondjo from Germany. He's calling from Germany. I call him my brother because I have a brother whose name is Jerome. So we're going to begin with Frank, and then we'll proceed with our topic of the day. Today we decided to coin our discussion about endurance. So when we get our spotlight from Frank, then we're going to proceed with our program. So Frank, brother, take it over and tell us who you are. You can inspire us. Tell us where you're from, your name, your origins, and how you got to ONPASSIVE. Just pick any topic and go with it and inspire us or educate us. So the floor is yours, sir.
Okay, thank you, Bob. I will say at the beginning that my English is not fluently, but I will try to do my best. Normally, I speak French or German better than English. In case,
Actually,
yeah,
if your preference is to speak in French, we have our brother Vincent here. Vincent is 100% bilingual. So if your preference is to come across the community in French, that is fine. Go ahead, and our brother Vincent is going to help us to translate exactly what your message is.
okay. So sometimes I will speak in French if I don't find the words in English.
That's okay.
Okay. So I'm in Germany, as you said. I'm living in Hamburg, and I'm in Germany since 1984. I got a scholarship to study merchant marine. I'm coming from Gabon, and during my study, I created companies with my colleagues. We start with consulting to promote for business opportunity in Africa from Europe. Of course, I was very engaged for Africa to organize different political conference, and we invited different political leaders from Africa, from USA, from Europe to give their opinion about Africa development help from West countries. If I can remember, I met one who knew very well the President Thomas Sankara from Burkina Faso. The man I met, I invited here, he was Professor Bernard Legault. He is the tender of a Nobel Prize, alternative Nobel Prize, 1990. He found our initiative very good, that he encouraged us to go on uh, to create a new idea, a new approach of development. So this man was for me as a mentor, as a visionary, as a person from where I can take an exam. Anyway, he passed away since 2017, 2017. The last time during this time, I didn't remember for me, but I have one invitation to take part of a conference about the new African thoughts. The international conference was organized from the Fair de Tola, is Yaoundé, and I was in the panel. Before I started, I got a vision from this man, and he told me, he asked me that, remember, for more than 20 years, I gave a prophecy that you have to go on regarding Africa independence. That means African to promote all African opinion and to promote all African aptitude and to get out from the influence of colonial powers. I mean here France or England or Spain and Portugal. So. And during this time, I present a concept. This concept is a development concept by project, interconnected project. This concept integrates in different projects for the member for the person who will become member to African Cooperation Development. It is one NGO I created at 27 in Cotonou during my stay. I was in Cotonou as consultant in for one company, one project. At this time, it was a project, a gas pipeline from Nigeria, passed by Benin, Togo till Takoradi in Ghana. I was in charge of logistics and of oral management, different human resource. They came from different countries. It was a multicultural team. And during this stay, I have been a professor in one private university, and I give a lesson to the bachelor students. And myself, I take the opportunity to make again a master 2 in project management. And by working to this master, I found the concept is calling development concept by integrated project. I got the opportunity to make the presentation to the government of President Ebony, but it was with Mr. Mensah. He was the High Commissioner of Good Governance. What I remember that he asked me during the presentation if I sleep, and I asked him what do you want to mean with this question? He said no, because your concept is very big, it's complex. I say yes, I can say it, but it's not so complex like you mean. And he told me now, with this concept you can develop a continent, not a country. I say, of course, this concept is going to develop in one network, and the network will be worldwide. The concept motivation is the shared prosperity. That means every man of this planet is coming with one divine mission, and that I mean humanitarian, and to share the prosperity with your neighbor, with everyone, and to contribute of humanitarian development. And he was very enthusiastic, and he told me, okay, but I think we can't do. People will not let us do it because they don't like that Africa is coming to the independence. I say, okay, of course, but I will try. I want only to say it was since 2007 till today I'm working on this concept, and it was not for me not a surprise to become co-founder member. One Frenchman is calling Yves Meyer. He's from Alsace, but now he lives in Mauritius. If he's right, they encouraged me to become co-founder member. And I asked him why. He said, no, because your vision is going to have a similar point with the vision of one American man who want to change the world, and his motto, let's say, is a person, example person is Mother Teresa. I said, okay, well, but can you explain me how I can promote my concept inside this organization? He said that I would not need to go somewhere to collect money, because when have when you be member of GoFunders, you will have so much money that you can develop your concept and help people as you project. It was so curious for me, and I told him, okay, let me think about. It was 2019. After 5 months, I had the opportunity to pay my fees, $97 plus $5. Of course, we get it all here back from CO. And I was member. At this time, we didn't have any document in French. We have only in English. But my English was not so good, like you see. And I felt that I have the only one in Germany who knows co-founders. And in Francophone speaking country in Africa, I didn't meet anybody who knew co-founders too. 1 month later, Diana Meyer sent me the pitch deck of GoFunders. We have to translate it in French, and we did the mailing. We sent it on in country, but I didn't get any response. But 2 months later, I talked to Diana. I don't know if we can get the resonance, the feedback for people, but I did what you told me, but nobody react. She said, "Oh, Frank, let's go on. We will get it. This project for GoFundMe is very, very important. Don't stop." I say, "Yeah, I believe on that, but I don't understand how I can earn money with the project." Then she spoke about the traffic, and she explained me how you can have money with the traffic. So I said, okay, but you have people in Africa. Some of these people don't have any idea in informatics. Myself, I am not one of the best informatic men. And she said, okay, but with the time you can get it. And then we passed to ONPASSIVE, founders, and she contacted me again. And at this moment, we start to see the things move. And so I say, okay, I think in Germany, we have some people that know already founders, and in Africa too. And she tried to introduce me to a French connection who has been in founders. I didn't get the issue. And when we started the webinar, at this moment I got the issue. And but I continue to work on my concept, a card. And at the first, my first speech was in the group we calling development personnel. I give a pitch. I say, okay, it's good when we say, okay, we are waiting when our founder will start, ONPASSIVE will start to earn money, and then we can implement our project. I say, but if you start up for that, what have you already built that when you get money, you are going to use this money in this way? I didn't get any response, but they found that my question was very important. And then Francine called me a week later, and she asked me if we can build a group to coach people that they're going to create a company activity, and they go to know what they will do with the money when ONPASSIVE will start to earn some money for day. I say, why not? But the important thing is not the money. The important thing is the mindset. Everyone must have a mindset like the CEO. If you don't have this mindset, you can get so much money and nothing will be happen. First, you have to educate people. You have to educate our members. What and everybody has to know that is not surprised to be member of ONPASSIVE. Anyway, we have some synchronicities with vision of our CEO, and we have some similitude too. And because the law of attraction works when the people are in the same frequency. And when we are got in the same frequency, then all we are going to project can work in the same way, in the same genre as the CEO told us during his speech. So we create group development personnel, and I've already coached many people outside of ONPASSIVE. I bring people to ONPASSIVE too. Most of the people I bring to ONPASSIVE, I was the one who paid for these people. I have more than 100 accounts. It was in one charge, and I continue to do it. But all my people I support are not only from Africa, they are from India, for Europe, for China, for Africa. And some of my clients inside of my business, in my consulting office, I speak and I tell them about ONPASSIVE, and I engage them. When they have some doubt, I say, okay, don't worry, I will pay for you. I don't, I want to encourage you to be inside, to become a member, because I know that ONPASSIVE will be a gross thing for humanity.
Yeah.
And you do business, I think it's better for you to become a member, to become uh, founders. But it was not easy. Anyway, I try and try again. I spoke about them in Gabon, Cameroon, Senegal, Indian,
Yeah.
Mauritius, South America, Central America. That is why I do at the moment. Excuse me, I can't go.
I know.
Uh,
Thank you. Yeah, yeah. English is fair enough. Thank you. That was really, really, really great. Thank you, my brother Frank Jerome. Based on what I gather, I think it looks like you are actually a perfect fit for ONPASSIVE. It looks like you have these big ideas for our entire continent, and I think ONPASSIVE is a place. So it's a pleasure having you. It looks like you've been here since 2019. That's great. So you're one of the people who caught the vision earlier enough, and you're able to hang in there and carry along a lot of people with you. So thank you so much for everything that you've been doing. We're going to come back again around to you for one more round before we close. It looks like our other brother from Nigeria, he just texted me. He's having network problems. So it seems like Olapemi from Nigeria will not be able to join us. But we thank him for all his services, all his time and effort and energy towards getting us where we are. So we're going to proceed with our program. You know, when Mr. Ash came out on Wednesday in ONPASSIVE 360 on Wednesday, I really implore everyone, every single founder listening to us today and those who are following us, please go back to that 360 last week on Wednesday and follow it all through. Listen to what Mr. Ash said. He said some very powerful stuff that is good for you yourself to listen to it. He gave us an idea of where we are and the direction that we're going. He told us about the turbulence that we've been having and how everything is under control. They have it all under control. Our biggest issues was from within. That was like a five alarm bell to me. That our biggest problem was from within. And he gave us a small history of from 2020 to September 2021, 13 months where things were they were trying to shape up things to get in the right direction. He fell through the cracks again. And now he took back control, like he told us. He took back control, and everything now is under his auspices. He's going to make sure things go according to the way they're supposed to go. He said that there will be some more turbulence, but this time it's going to be good turbulence. So we should not worry of the drastic changes that we'll see. And the one thing that we must take from what Mr. Ash said on Wednesday is that he is our founder, Ash Mufareh. He's going to speak to us directly. So anything that you hear outside from Ash Mufareh, please do not come to us or ask us, what does this mean? What does that mean? We don't know. He's going to come to us and he's going to tell us, he's going to give us direction. Nobody else. Do not assume that anybody, even those that we all know that I've seen in the front office working, everybody, only Ash Mufareh is the harbinger for ONPASSIVE. He's the messenger for ONPASSIVE. Till further notice, he's going to come out and tell us. That is the reason, that is the premise in which we decided to coin our topic for today to endurance. Because after Mr. Ash said all the things I said, what they have gone through, it's only someone with that power in them, that power, that fortitude, that strength to withstand all difficult circumstances and still hold firm in your belief in what you're fighting for. That is the reason why we say today we're going to hold our main topic for today is going to be about endurance. You know, to challenge the status quo is not easy. What Mr. Ash is doing here is challenging the status quo, but you don't only need to challenge. You have to have endurance. You have to have that strength to be able to withstand the ups and the downs, the good times and the bad times, and that's what Mr. Ash has been through. And I implore all of us to come on board and have that endurance, that spirit, that love, that thing inside us, that burning desire to hold firm, to stand your ground. So today I'm going to send it back to my brothers here, everybody who is here, and just have their own point of view. You can come in from any direction. My brother Oliver is in Cameroon. He has network challenges, so I'm going to go to him first because we might lose him at any time. And then when we come back, I would like to hear from Mr. Mike Ellis. I don't see him. I hope he comes back, and then we'll go from there. So Oliver, please take it over.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Bob, and thank everybody that is here today and those who are watching all over the world. Yeah, our CEO came out last time and make a very powerful statement, and in fact, these are statements that, you know, as a businessman and somebody who is in business and somebody who carries people along with him, will face those challenges, and this is normal. It's normal, and if you have that belief and that endurance in you, you know, you should be able to, you know, reject fearful spirit, all those fearful spirit, negative people around you, and when you seek the face of God and pray, know that it's going to happen. Let me talk about containment in this aspect. Containment, biblically, means to state that containment is the link to trust in God's sovereignty and his pain for one's life. It acknowledges that God is in control and has the purpose for everything, even if you are in that difficult moment in your life. Be contained. Be contained and be contained. That is the moment. We are now in that moment that we have to contain. We have to believe. We have to endure. And we have to pray for our CEO. He is in that moment that he's facing all these challenges. This company has come to stay, and it will stay. It will stay. Fear nothing. Have that belief. Have that faith. Our CEO, we should pray for him. And I'm also seeking, this is the second time I'm saying, all the prayers warriors should come out. All the prayer warriors should come out and pray for him, to give him that God, to give him that strength, that wisdom to carry us along. And we will make it. I don't have that much to say. I want to say, please be contained. Fear nobody. Trust in God. We are fine, and be focused. Don't shake. Don't move. Establish that priority in your life that ONPASSIVE is here to stay, and we are here to stay, and be thankful. I'll leave it there. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you much, my brother. Thank you. I'm glad the network kept you through. I was just thinking that any moment from now you will freeze again. You know, one thing that I noticed, yes, one thing that I noticed from Mr. Ash on that Wednesday, if you look at him, look at it straight in his eyes, you look at his eyes, the strength that it exudes, the courage, the resilience. He's like, when I looked at his face, I was just hearing "do it or die." That's what I was hearing when I was looking at Mr. Ash Mufareh, listening to him on Wednesday. do it or die. We're going to do it or die. I'm going to get this done. I had the courage, I had the resilience, I had the power, I had everything. He has put it all on the line. Here's the direction that we're going. I've taken my control and we're going to get there. Mr. Mike Ellis, please, over to you. Tell us what you think and how you see what you heard, and any words of wisdom that we can have from you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thanks, Bob. And as usual, it's just you put together a great panel, everybody here. And I'm always amazed at the talent in ONPASSIVE, because all of you are just super, super talented. You said earlier that we should just listen to Mr. Mufareh, and what he's saying, that's what we should take. And you all know, you know me. I'm going to tell you what I think and what I think Mr. Mufareh is saying, right? Now, I am going to talk about endurance because that's the title of this webinar. But I want to tell everybody that I had a webinar with Konfor just earlier. And we talked about ONPASSIVE, where ONPASSIVE is going, what ONPASSIVE is doing, what's going to be happening in your life. It will give you a roadmap to where we are, where we're going, and how it's going to affect you very, very positively. I'm not going to talk about that. Konfor can tell you when that webinar will be available to the public. You do not want to miss this. You need to listen to Konfor and to me, our conversation. I'll just say it was very, very good. You will enjoy what you hear. But today, endurance, it's a really, really good topic. And anytime you talk, and it's so appropriate for ONPASSIVE. Mm-hmm. And anytime you talk about endurance, you also have to talk about fatigue, because fatigue makes cowards of us all. When you get to that place where you don't think you can go any further, and we're all this way, we just become cowards. And ONPASSIVE is so unique because as you listen to Mr. Mufareh, as you listen to what he's doing, as you listen to ONPASSIVE, the fatigue, it just fades away. And all of a sudden you get very, very excited about your life because of what Mr. Mufareh is doing, because of what ONPASSIVE is doing. And again, when you listen to Konfor and I, you're gonna understand exactly where you are, exactly where ONPASSIVE is, and exactly where we're going. And we're in such an exciting place today. And I mentioned this to Konfor earlier. You know, when you think about a journey, and believe me, you have to have great endurance with any journey. And most of us have been here for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. Believe me, there is endurance involved in that journey. Mm-hmm. But when you think about a journey, it's not the end of the journey. It's not getting to that place where, okay, yeah, we have financial independence. We're able to live a lifestyle we want to live. We're able to do the things we want to do. No one can put us in a box. No one can tell us where we're going to go and what we're going to do. That's not the real joy of a journey. And I told Konfor this, the joy is now. What we're doing right now, there's just so much there to get involved with and to enjoy what's happening right now, because it is awesome. Believe me, where we're at today is where I hoped we would be 5 years ago. Okay. And it's taken 5.5 years to get here. And what we're going through right now, if you thought every journey was going to be a piece of cake, sit back, enjoy it, no problem whatsoever, that's just not life. You have to come in and really enjoy what's happening, because within ONPASSIVE, because of what Mr. Mufareh is doing, has gone through, we are in such a unique position, not only to change our lives, but to change the lives around us. We're just in a really, really good place. If you haven't been able to endure, if that fatigue is sneaking up on you, all you have to do is listen to these people here. Listen to Bob, listen to Oliver, listen to Konfor, listen to Ivy, listen to all the people that are here, and start to understand that, no, this is exactly where you need to be in your life at this point in time. And it's a really, really good place to be. The things that you're going to learn in the weeks to come, they're going to blow you away. And you're going to be so happy that you endured, that you're here, that you're listening and learning. Believe me, everybody here I know is on the same wavelength. We wake up in a great mood. We get up and we go, this is a great day, and today is no exception. Listening to all the tech team, and I know it's just going to get better and better with Collins and everybody else coming on.
Yes.
It's a good place to be. Be glad where you're at and keep listening. The best is yet to come. Bob, back to you.
Amen. Thank you, Brother Mike, Mr. Mike Ellis. Thank you so much. Something that I said that just as someone in the industry, that I understood exactly what he was saying yesterday on Wednesday, my heart sank. When he said our biggest problem is within, the biggest drawback from people we had faith in. In technical terms, that's called an insider threat. It's like the worst nightmare for any company. For any company, if you have it's like you have like a spy, you have an enemy within, you know, and he has been able to rescue us out of that, and is taking us out of that. So having said that, my brother Collins, I would like for you to come down and give us maybe share more light on what I just said, or give us your perspective of how you see things. Over to you, bro.
Oh, yeah, boy. Yeah, I just want to piggyback on what Mike Ellis said. You know, he said, if everyone think or anyone think this would have is something that is easy to do, then you are really in the wrong side of history. It is true. Nobody, when I join ONPASSIVE, I know it's not easy. I know it will not be easy to put this together. I never believe it is easy. And I still know till today that it is not easy to put something like this, of this magnitude, together. And I like the topic, you know, the fact that, you know, we choose this topic, endurance. You know, we must endure. You know, there's a saying that nothing good comes easy. If it was very, very easy, where anybody can do, I don't think I'll be in ONPASSIVE, because I'll sit and do my own thing. Why should I join a company if I know I can do it? Why should I come here? Why am I here if I know I can put things like this together? It is because I know I cannot do it. That's why I'm here, for someone who knows how to do it for all of us. But I know there is always pain to put this together. You know, they said, no pain, no gain. You know, for those who are still doubting and they think like this is a game or it's a child's play, you are really in the wrong side of history, because Mr. Ash Mufareh, as I said last time, he is somebody who will never give up. He said, it's either I do it or I die. You know, and he is bent to do this, because this is something that is right in his own heart. Because remember, he told us, said, put ONPASSIVE aside, what else would I do? This is something that he wants to do, you know, to uplift humanity, mankind. And he will never, ever give up, no matter what it takes. And I'm glad my brother Bob said, enemy within. In most companies, you always have internal threat, but it's how you manage the threat to come out of it. Has Mr. Ash Mufareh succeeded to get through that? 100% yes. He said they know the problem. If you know the issue, it is easy for you to resolve it. If you don't know the issue, it is difficult. But they know the issue. He knows the issue. So he will resolve it. And I believe they've already resolving majority of the issues. Like Mike Ellis said, we are really in a good place now. You know, it is even better to see some of these resolve it than later. You know, so I don't really know how we can put in, we can quantify this, but I'm so excited, especially at this particular moment in ONPASSIVE. Ask me last year, was I really excited? Yes, but today my excitement is more than yesterday. And I believe every day that passes, my excitement is growing bigger and bigger when I listen to the CEO come out and share what he thinks and the direction the company is going. Every time he comes out, I have, I gain new momentum, it's just like he energizes me to go on and continue. But to those who are sitting I always go back to those who are sitting and doubting. Remember, when you doubt, you can never succeed. Because like Mike Ellis said, we are endurance because the journey is now. And if you are not in this journey to know all of these things, to be part of this business or listening to Mr. Ash Mufareh, like he said, I am the man now in charge. Listening to him, you miss all of this. Honestly, there is no joy. There is no joy because he said, after you have endured, what happened? Joys come in the morning. When you will start to celebrate, what will you celebrate for? Because you don't even know the story. There is nothing to tell. But those who are in it, have a lot of story to share. And the story is about the bonds that we have created as founding members and affiliates. That bond that we have created is something that you cannot take away from the founding member. Look at Ivy Mix. Without ONPASSIVE, I wouldn't know Ivy Mix. Look at our brother here, DeGarmo, Mike Ellis. Look at the community, the world community ONPASSIVE have built around us. This is something we will never forget. We will take it to our grave, and say, yes, I met somebody here. I know somebody here, somebody here. But those who are not in it, what are you looking out for? Is it the money? Like Mike Ellis said, money cannot bring joy. Yes, you will have it. But you know what? You share it with your own story. You people that you can't even share any better story with them. The people that you are with them and they are not part of ONPASSIVE. There's no pure joy in that. The biggest joy is within the ONPASSIVE family, where I can share my story. I know Brother Bob's story. I know Idemi's story. I know when we used to have webinar. There's a lot to share. People who did what, the story, the beautiful story. Like I watched Magic DeGarmo today. Look at the way Caroline was sharing the story. You will never get that. And sometimes we waste our time a lot to discuss ONPASSIVE with those who are not plugged in. I don't waste my time anymore because whatever I say, you will never get it. The joy I have in my heart, if I want to share with those who says they are ONPASSIVE founder, but they are not really 100% in it, it is difficult to have proper conversation with them.
True.
All of us have this story. It is difficult to have proper conversation with ONPASSIVE founder who are not plugged in because their story is from those who listen to negative stuff and they tell you someone said this, someone said this. Is the person 100% plugged in? No. So how can you have proper conversation? The joy is about being in it. So we journey along, with our pilot, who is Mr. Ash Mufareh, getting across this. And when we cross that bridge, the celebration will be huge. Not only about the money that we will receive, but the family ties and the bond that we have created together as one family in ONPASSIVE. So I will leave it there, Bob, for you to take it over.
Wonderful. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Ash told us that they have done their root cause analysis and they know exactly what the problem is and they're taking care of the problem and they're putting the right steps and things in place for us to move forward smoothly. There are always going to be challenges, yes, but he now knows exactly what to do as we move forward. Yes, like Colin said, let us stick together so that we endure together. We travel the journey together. We have the endurance together. And having said that, I'm going to call on this wonderful lady. I haven't seen her for a little bit to come. When we talk of endurance, I just think of her. So my sister Konfor, please come and give us your own take of what you think of what Mr. Ash said, and you can weave it in any direction. Take it over, sis.
Well, thank you, bro. I thought you loved me so much, but I can't say that today because what do I say after Mike Ellis and Collins? That's so unfair. That's unfair. So thank you so much. And of course, guys, thank you. I'm so glad to be here today. I just loved it when I heard about endurance. I say, yes, that's the word. Endurance, because it's just simple. When you're enduring, you are tolerating something you don't like at all. You could be enduring pain, physical pain. It could be just a difficult person in your life, a difficult moment. challenging moments, and what keeps you going. The big picture. There's a big picture ahead. There's something you are looking at. I would come from the analogy of childbearing. Marty, I hope I don't let the wind blow. We don't want to see anything, but this is important. When you are in that room called the labor room, you endure excruciating pain. That time you're just like, God, what do I do? Where do I go from here? But when you think about that little thing that will come to your arms and you hold it like this, that is when you just keep smiling, even in that pain, because you know what you are going through this for. That is exactly what is happening now. This is the best moment in the history and the journey of ONPASSIVE. If you don't know this, and if in future, if you've been here since 2018, depending when you joined, and you cannot tell this story and share the excitement, now you are missing out. You are totally out of the picture. You are just, I'm sorry, I don't know what you would be doing, because if it's about money, I'm not sure it's not the case anymore, except that you don't know where you are going, or you don't know what you are into and in for. So it's just the best moment. Endurance is that good thing that needs to happen to somebody. Listen, there's a saying that if anything that does not kill you can only make you stronger. It makes you stronger because you learn how to resist pain and to smile in it. Better switch on the light. Learn how to endure pain and smile in it, because you are looking at that big picture, no matter how painful you are feeling now, because you know that you are definitely going to get there. And it changes you. It makes you stronger in that you also learn. Because when you are enduring a difficult moment, what we think is a difficult moment now, which could be definitely God planned that it should go this way, while you're enduring, you learn a lot. You learn, you do SWOT analysis, you go back to the drawing board, you reset, you reboot, you refresh, you look around, you search up and down, in and out again, and say, what should I do next? What should I do? How different should I do it? And the moment you come out of it, believe me, you are just smiling. Earlier on, Collins talked about no pain, no gain. It sounds the same, like no sweat, no sweet. Listen, for you to make it, you have to go through something. For you to pass that test, you need to sit on this table and study, burn the midnight oil to be able to smile tomorrow and say, yes, I made it. That's the same thing that's happening to us. So if you are not part of this, sorry, you are missing it. Because I think I said this somewhere yesterday. Just talk about the 1.4 million first early bird affiliates. If all of us were to write a book each, we would write 1.4 million different books talking about the same topic on passive. So if you cannot write your own copy of that book, then you are missing it. Because if it's money, I'm not sure there's happiness in that. Somebody said that already. So it's just a joyful thing to go through. It's just happiness, because it's that moment where we lean on each other, we look up to each other, we encourage each other, we hold hands together. Many people have said it even today throughout with my discussion with Mike Ellis. He kept on coming to the fact that our strength at this moment is that unity, holding hands together, holding our hands together, moving on together, so that we don't create that loophole for the enemy, for the loser to pop into us, between us, and then confuse us or corrupt us with their own negative ideas, just to make you tired, to make you cause you that fatigue, which Mike Ellis was talking about. And when you feel fatigued and you give up, that's the cowardness that Mike Ellis is talking about. But then with the fatigue again, why are you fatigued? Why are you tired? Because I'm tired of waiting, because I'm this. There's a song, there's a praise song in back home where people sing back down the village in my country, which says that when you are serving God, keep on serving God. Keep on doing what you are doing, because the moment you think that you are tired and give up, it's just that last moment when God was about to bless you, to change your story, to give that breakthrough. That is what we are doing now. And so, I can go on and on, because I've not been here for a while, guys. So bring me up more often, because I need to catch up.
No,
So on this note,
take your time. Go ahead.
So earlier on, what my Ellis were giving out everything. Guys, come back tomorrow and watch this video from us, Mark Ellis and myself. So, guys, listen. Earlier on, my Ellis said something. I was like, I could not stop nodding. You are going to see it tomorrow for yourself. My Ellis says, where we are now is where we want to be. If you can't agree with this, then say what you want to say, then you are driving on an opposite lane. You are not driving on the same lane as these people sitting on the screen and Mr. Mufareh. Guys, thank you so much. And I'm really so blessed that I've been here today.
Good to have you back. Good to have you back. Please, I hope your vacation is over. Summer is almost over, so hope to be seeing you frequently. Thank you so much. That was brilliantly put. Now, one thing that we should note about Mr. Ash is that oftentimes when he brings a problem forward, before we know the problem had occurred, and I think he told us that, you know, the problem had occurred. More than likely has already solved it even before it comes to our attention. So we should bear in mind, I still stand. I have always been of the opinion that as we stand, anything can happen in any moment. That is my stance, that's my opinion, and that's what I believe in. So despite the fact that we're going through all this turbulence, all the things that are happening, if you know Mr. Ash and you know how he operates, anything can happen at any moment. That's my belief. So I'm going to call on my brother Vincent to come and put it to us in a perspective that only him alone knows how to. Brother Vincent, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Brother Bob. Thank you, all the speakers. What a great Saturday. We have all these great people here. So I'm very grateful to have you all. And then about every great thing you said about passive, they are all true. So I will also add a bit of what you said. I know you said a lot. And then they are all very, very, very true. So Wednesday, Mr. Ash came out. I know he said a lot of things to us. So he's trying to clarify so many things that maybe some of us, we don't understand. But what he said, it clarified everything, so many things that maybe we are not aware or we didn't think were happening. So we know, we hear everything. So one thing he said again, he said they are doing the jobs, and then he believes that it will not take 6 months and then things will be fine. So when he says it will not take that time, so at least they know what they are doing. They are at the bottom of the situation, and then they know exactly what to do. Like earlier, Colin was saying that they know the issues. So now they are working on the issue. So that's how it happened. When something happened in the IT world, first of all, you need to identify the problem first. And then when you find the problem, analyze the problem, and then give a solution to the problem. And then make sure that this thing never happen again. So this is what we're working at. Or you can give a temporary solution, and while you are giving this the final or maybe the final solution to the issues. So this is how it works in IT. So it's exactly what Mr. Ash is doing, because Mr. Ash has found the solution. He knows exactly what is going on. Analyze the situation, and then they are working on it, deliver the issues, and then make sure that this thing will never happen again. So this is, when you listen to him, this is a summary of everything he said. So they are working on it, and then it will not take, he said, no more than 6 months. So I believe that what he's saying is right, because it will not take more than 6 months, because I know some of us has been here for 6 years, 5 years, 4 years, and so and so. But all this time we've been waiting, and then they were doing their jobs. So for me, waiting for, like you said, not more than 6 months, and then it could be even more less than that. So it shouldn't be a problem. So only thing my concern is the patience, which you have a patient. Let us be patient for Mr. Ash, because I believe he's doing a great job. So when the problem is identified, there's no problem, there's no issue again. So that is, give him the time now to resolve the problem. Because when they ask me in the professional way, have you identified the issue? And then the engineer come back and say, yes, we identified the issue. That means there's nothing to worry anymore. Because when the problem is identified, that means we'll get a solution, and then a proper solution to the issue, and then the solution that this thing or what happened never happen again. So this is the situation, and then it's working, and then it's again IT company, and then that's how we resolve the issues in IT environment or IT world. So we are fine, like my brother Oliver said. We are in the right way. He's doing the right job for us. So, well, I always say we should all come together, pray for our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, to get the wisdom, the knowledge to deliver the job, because I believe and then I trust that he will deliver the job to us very soon. So, only thing, my concern with on Pacifian, all of us, is to have a little bit patience, because the job will be delivered soon. So he's working on that. So our daily thing, our daily truth should go for prayer for him to get this done as he planned on what he said on Wednesday. Show me no doubt that he's doing the job. And then very soon we'll be happy. And then he said some years ago, some people, some of us will run out from the sitting room, they will run out naked because of when they will see the job that Mr. Asher delivered to us. They enjoy the money that they will see in their account. People will be overexcited, overjoyed, so that they will not control themselves. They will be outside naked. So it's going to happen. And then seeing and then listen to him on Wednesday, I think is not far away to deliver everything he promised us. And then the great job that he has always done, and then he will do it for us. So be assured, my last word, we should all pray for him, and then God will give him the wisdom. He will deliver this thing to us. And then I believe it will be very soon. Like he said, it will not be 6 months, but with my knowledge and thing, I know exactly, it will not get to that point. We'll be all happy, and then the job will be safe. So thank you, Bob.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. What I take from my brother Vincent, when you have a problem, you identify the problem, and that's how we work. That's how it works in the industry. You identify the problem, you isolate the problem, and then you eradicate the problem. That's what our founder, Mr. Arch, is doing. And he's going to do a good job. He's going to get us to the place where we want to be. It's exactly, everything is now exactly according to how his vision is now tied with everything that's going on. So we should rest assured. It's not going to take that long. It's going to be sooner than we think. That's what he says. It's going to be sooner than you think. When we talk about endurance, you know, there's no one in ONPASSIVE that epitomizes that more than my brother here, Brother Madi. You know, thank you for everything that you've been to. Every single one in this company. You are the flag bearer of endurance, sir. So I hope you can come here and just lift our souls, our spirits, our minds up with some few words of wisdom of yours. Over to you, Brother Madi.
It's very dangerous to blow somebody up that big. How about if I suck? Anyway, oh my God, I can't get Chris to stop calling me. Okay. Yeah, we were talking about endurance. For me, if you're plugged in and you believe, like everybody on this screen, endurance is built in. Mm-hmm. I'm not thinking about it. I don't wonder if I have it. It just is part of who we are. Endurance is the journey. If you're having a problem with it, that means you're not in the journey as close as you should be. Mm-hmm. And in my opinion, down the road when we all meet together in person, the journey will be what we're talking about. And it would be good to be part of that. Now, the last few weeks, we've heard what Mr. Mufareh, our brother CEO, was leading up to coming to last 360. And on that 360, not knowing all the details, I felt bad for him. And then I thought about it. When someone attacks him, they attack us all. When somebody does something to him, they did it to all of us. Mm-hmm. At first, I felt bad, and then I felt mad. And whatever we can do to support from now on, and most of us do, should not be a question in your mind. It should be part of you, like your arm, your mind, your eyes, your legs, your heart. I don't debate on should I follow, do I believe. That is long gone a long time ago. If that's running through your mind and you want to get rid of it, look at what's going on. Look what has happened. The things that have happened to Mr. Mufareh in the last 2 years, anybody I know at his level would have blown away a long, long time ago. He showed up the other day after getting mauled and abused. And he took it personal. He proved last Thursday, do or die. We all need to take that on ourselves. We're going on this mission. You do not attack one unless you want to attack us all. And I feel like we were all abused, taken advantage of, mistreated. And for the love of God, it's not going to happen. Not by a few mortal beings on earth who mean nothing to me when we're running this business through Ash Mufareh, who's running it through God. And I know everybody here knows that, believes that. I know Ash does. And he told me a long time ago, even with the best things that he opened the door to that we don't even know about, this is going to be great for ONPASSIVE. This is going to be great for the people. The door would slam in his face. But because he had endurance and he had a drive, because his drive is the wind beneath his wings. The wind beneath his wings is us. That he never quits. Do or die. I know now he walks what he talks. How do I know? We heard what he said Thursday. We don't know the details. Maybe someday we will. But I heard enough and I read enough and I felt enough that I was pissed. Maybe not the most correct words to use, but I didn't go to college and I'm not really good in grammar. But I'm going to say, you did not do it to one man if you're watching and you're part of whatever happened. You did it to all of us. Beware, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Remember that. You didn't hurt one, you hurt us all. To move on, and this is really going to sound bizarre, but you can tell that me and Mike been around a while because we say some pretty bizarre things. When I heard the last 3 or 4 weeks what was going on, I was happier than I ever was in ONPASSIVE. I know it sounds cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs,
Yeah.
but what it really told me was about 8 months ago, I said it to some of my friends here. Something doesn't feel right. I believe, knowing how smart Mr. Mufareh is, some of you people met him personally. He knows and he's doing something parallel to the path we're taking. And guess what? It's exactly what happened. That's exactly what's going on. We don't know the details. We don't know this. We don't know that. I don't give a crap. We know this. The CEO of this company is Ash Mufareh. He's going to do it or die. He's the only one that spent millions and millions of dollars on this. Anybody in ONPASSIVE right now, a founder, any one of us, if you look at numbers, we paid nothing to be where we are. Yeah, 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago, I paid $97. The value I got back, some of the value is sitting in this meeting. Thousands and thousands are outside of this meeting. That's priceless. Do I sit around and think I'm worried about how much money? No. I might sit around and think about what am I going to do with it all. But no, I don't think about how much I'm going to get. I think everybody will succeed. But I think part of succeeding is seeing people that I've seen 5 years ago and what they've become in 5 years. People that wouldn't turn the camera on are now giving webinars. People that would never talk are talking to thousands. Did ONPASSIVE make them? No. ONPASSIVE gave them the ground, and they looked around and said, this is a safe, this is a safe place for me to be me. And everybody opened up like a flower or a plant or whatever, and they bloomed. So a warning to anybody that thinks you're going to throw a monkey wrench into ONPASSIVE, find another place to go. You're not going to make it here. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Marty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well said. You ain't going to throw a monkey wrench here. You know, you won't find a place with us here. So for those of you who are out there making noise, you know, we will never, 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 ever let you know what you don't know. We know. Okay. So having said that, when we talked about endurance, at first I called Collins. I'm like, Collins, we have to have her here. You know, we have to have her here because she's the only one who is going to be able to bring this endurance into context, put it in the perspective where we are, and relate it to other things to make it easy, so that anyone can understand what this endurance is. And it's my pleasure to welcome our sister, Ivy Mix. I just need some Ivy Mix right now. Over to you, sister.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope that being in the midst of these great people is not easy. I'm always shaking. So I'll be telling Maddie, you have to come because I'll be shaking. But when I see him, I'm okay. I'm good. So thank you, everybody, for being here. And I just wanted to just start out this way. No mincing of words. Ash has been sent as a punishment to poverty. He has been sent as a punishment to poverty. When you watch great movies like The Men Who Built America, they are great men who lived. Vanderbilt, Morgan, Rockefeller, they faced troubles. I just want everybody, go watch that movie. I think it's about 1.5 hours. I watched it about 20 times. And I entered into greatness. Then ONPASSIVE found me. Are you getting me? When you position your mind, you will get to where you are going. When somebody has been sent to deal with a situation as big as poverty, like these guys faced, Ash is going to face that. I'm telling you, he's going to face that, and he hasn't even faced anything yet. He has not even started. These great guys, Rockefeller faced lawsuits. He faced resistance. He faced, I'm telling you, all kinds of things. He faced depression. There was some time he was so sick that he had to almost give out all his money. He's the one who solidified the principle of tithes in the church. Why? Because he was fighting for a reason. Can his name ever be gone away from the world? Never, 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 ever. We have to increase our capacity for prosperity. Most of us have come from a place where we've been paid about $12 an hour, me included. Forget my suit. We've been paid $20 an hour. How are you going to handle being paid $500 an hour? Let's say, let's bring it down. You have to expand your mind. Now, to move from $12 an hour to $500 an hour, you would even face problems with your own self. You will face problems with your family. You will face problems with the whole world. He's expanding capacity. He's going to face problems. So let's leave that alone. Anybody on any kind of expansion, you are either going to break, you're going to face, you're going to demolish any kind of capacity that you're trying to establish. Now he's carrying us with him, carrying every kind of thought, good thought, bad thought. So all these are things that he's going to face. So one thing I just want to make clear is when there's a storm, I'm just asking all of us, when there's a blizzard, what happens? There's a blizzard in the city of New York. It's not fun, but what happens? The city stops. Everybody stops everything. And what does it mean? It means that storms are sent to interrupt a routine. Storms are sent to release us from expectations. Storms are sent to change our schedules, give us rest. You will rest when there's a snowstorm and you're not taking your child to that bus stop. You're happy. When you're not going to work for 3 days, the city is locked down. As hard as it is, that rest is needed. Nature gives us rest because without that, we're not going to rest. Now there's a storm in ONPASSIVE. It's time to give us rest. What are we doing here? Why do we come to OTECH Pros? We come to learn about computers, about IT, about AI. Now is the time to come and learn about yourself. There's a shift. The storm is raging. What are we going to do after a storm? When there's a storm, you stay inside, learn about yourself, look at what is happening. All these people are talking, they are bringing great people into the shine your light. You're talking to people you never spoke before. When we want to bring them on, they'll be saying, well, I don't know what to say. I don't know anything about myself. So do you know what happens? This is the time to dig into yourself. Know who you are. Know who you want to be. Okay, if tomorrow everything is okay after the storm, what are you going to do? You're going to plant a new garden. You're going to make new fortifications. We have people who used to live in Louisiana. When there was a storm, they changed locations. They became better people. We are going to become better. We're going to become better. This is a time to have hope. Hope is a goal setter. This is a time we're going to sit down and have hope. This is a time that we take that Bible verse. There's a time for everything. There's a time for the storm. There's a time for no storm. This is a time that we have to stand by Ash. One thing my mama told me, I'll never forget. She says, Ivy, if you agree to do something with somebody, and if the thing fails, like if there's a business venture and it fails, it says, don't blame yourself or the other party, hold each other's hands and walk along. I've never forgotten that. That breeds loyalty. Whether the business goes on or not, what do? You hold each other's hands. And so many people have been married here. So many people have been in families here. So many people, when your partner loses their job, do you give him up? When your sister loses their children, do you give them up? This is not the time. This is the time to just get ready to get out of the storm. This is the time to say, well, I think I can come on Shine the Light. I think I can come on OTECH Pros. I could be somebody that they can, I can come on a comfort show. This is the time we need each other. We need each other to grow. We need each other to show what is in us. Ash has shown us what is in him. Now it's time for him to see what is in us. Let us show him. Let us do that. Show him now. Thank you very much.
Wow, I'm glad she's the last speaker, guys.
Yeah, I just got a warning from YouTube. You know what I mean?
Whoa. Thank you, Ivy. Yes, we needed that Ivy mix in the house. Challenging the status quo, it's not easy. When you're challenging the status quo resists you and it's going to come after you. If you're not strong, you don't have that endurance, you don't have that thing, that fire burning inside you, you will give up. Not Ash. So we're going to go, as we've gone around, we're going to go now one comment each from each and every one of us, and then we wrap up for the day. So I'm going to start with our brother who opened the show with us, our brother from Germany, Mr. Frank Jerome. This is the time of the show where we just go around and then we say one or two things, what you think, what is in your mind in the next few days. You know, just a sentence, a phrase, or a comment would suffice. So over to you, brother, and thank you for joining us. We can't hear you. You are muted. We cannot hear you.
It's okay?
I can hear you. Yeah, yes, we can hear you now.
Yeah. I say in a business, regarding myself, when I start a project, I'm very sure that I will have an obstacle. But we say that the obstacle is the way. You can't start any project without obstacle, because the obstacle is coming to show us how we can go on and to look for the best alternative. And when I become founders, I was convinced that it will be a long journey. But I admit, I found that Mr. Ash is very, let's say, he have a courage to start a project like ONPASSIVE. And many people of us, we know that you have also vision and you have also won a project. And this project, all our projects will find the way of a door, of a issue on behalf of ONPASSIVE. But if you come to ONPASSIVE only regarding your money, I think you are in the wrong place, because ONPASSIVE target is to help people to have a best life and to have the best connection. Every time when I'm coming in a meeting, I hear people say, "We are going to wait over Apple. The Apple will go. When we will get money, we can start this and we can start that." I say, no. You already have opportunity for ONPASSIVE. You already have a connection for ONPASSIVE. You already have a capital for ONPASSIVE, because the knowledge is the capital. Many people didn't know how to use a computer, how to use, I don't know, many advices, informatic advices, or tools. But all these things, we got it on behalf of ONPASSIVE. And now, as the sister said, that Mr. Ash showed us already what he can do for us. It's our turn to show him what you can do for him. Exactly. That's the same way that Mr. Kennedy said, don't ask your country what he's going to do for you, but you have to ask yourself what you can do for your country.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And, when you have to be so that to realize that the word is a power and the word is energy. All word, all thought we have is energy. And I think you have to focalize our energy, our attention to a direction at a thing we wish to have, to realistic. Because where your attention is going is the same way where your energy is going. Why I have to lose my energy with somebody we didn't believe on himself? If you start to speak bad regarding ONPASSIVE, I don't have time, I don't care for that. Because at the moment I heard it, it's like a poison. And I don't need a poison. I need something to make me better, to encourage me, to motivate me. I have an example in Africa. It has a village, they didn't have water. They didn't have rain for long times. And then they make a meeting. They say, you have to make a prayer the next day. And the next day, they have a sun. This sun was so hot. And it was a time to go out to meet the point of a village and start the prayer that they will get the rain. Imagine you want something, but you stay at the same point in your mind. People come out, and they have only one of these people. He take his umbrella. He come with umbrella out, and another person asked him, "Why you come with umbrella?" I said, "Well, we are going to pray. I think after the prayer, the rain is coming up." That's the same. Yeah. If you think that ONPASSIVE is a done deal, you have to speak the celebration. You have to speak how we are going to celebrate. You have to start to celebrate. We are not to lose our time for people that don't have a vision, they don't believe in themselves. The problem is not ONPASSIVE. The problem is mind. That here we have to speak about the success. We have to speak about the celebration. And I will not be surprised if tomorrow Mr. Ash is coming out and say, "So people, everything is ready."
All right.
Because at this time now, here and now, for me, the deal is done. I can only say, "Thank you, Mr. Ash." Why I have to wait till something is coming again? Because he has already done what he has to do. And now, most of people have to do what they have to do. That means to prepare your project, to prepare your field, and to know where you are going to put your investment, or to bring your investment inside ONPASSIVE, to encourage Mr. Ash to say, "Okay, that's my part, that's my contribution."
All right, there you go, Frank. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us, coming all the way from Germany. We just wanted a statement or a phrase, but give you the audience to make a point across. So we really appreciate you. I'm going to go to Sister Comfort. Comfort, please give us a one-word statement or phrase that we can take with us as we go into the next week. No, we can't hear you.
Sorry, I was talking to myself. Yes, nothing much to say. I just want us to know that the future is bright because the future is ONPASSIVE. Stay on course. I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you. I go to Mr. Mike Ellis. Mr. Mike.
Yeah, no, thanks, Bob. When I come on this webinar and I listen to everybody, all of you are just absolutely awesome. And I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. And what came into my mind, and maybe you can relate to this, is a saying. And the saying goes, "Free at last, free at last. Thank God I'm free at last." And if you're old enough, you know where that quote comes from. If you're not old enough, look it up, because it's a great quote. And that is ONPASSIVE. Free at last, free at last. This is what ONPASSIVE is going to do for each and every one of us. I want to end with just a quick. When I'm in ONPASSIVE, when I'm listening to people, I learn so much every single day. It blows my mind. And some of the things I have to step back and think about them. Some of the things I talk about, some of the things I don't talk about. Now, the things I don't talk about is because if I talked about them, you would think I was insane. But I can tell you, over the last 5.5 years, the things that Marty, Dan, and I have thought about, 99% of that stuff has come to fruition. And the things that we're thinking about today, they will come to fruition, and you will benefit from everything. Back to you, Bob. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Mike. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. As always, you're always welcome. This platform is open to you anytime that you need to. So know that you have an open invitation infinitely. I'm going to call my brother Oliver, all the way from Cameroon. We have been very blessed to have you on all through without interruption. So that's very great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Just want to say, endurance, we must endure today, and it's there already. It's done. It's a done deal. Our CEO is not the type that we can like have mixed feeling when what he says something. It's a done deal, and we are there already. We should endure, and we are enduring. Like my sister said, he has showed us we should also show him who we are by standing by him firm.
Yep.
You know, because he's man of his word, and we are there already. It's done. ONPASSIVE is here to stay. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Nice having you. Safe flight back when you leave to come back. I'm going to go to my brother Collins Manna. ONPASSIVE's Manna, the manna from heaven for ONPASSIVE. Come on down.
Thank you, Bob. Before I even make my final conclusion, I just want to tell a short story for 1 minute.
Okay.
So, you know, when I look at ONPASSIVE, we talk about internal threat, and we already know Ash already talked about this. You know, and Maddie make a statement. It's just like one for all for one. You touch one, you touch everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I look at it, and biblically they said there is a difference between a sinner and a wicked person. The Bible talks about wickedness a lot. All have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. Why do I say so? You meet a poor widow preparing dinner for thousands of orphans, and the widow saw you and said, please, can you come in and give a hand? Out of your own heart, intention or whatever, you came in, instead to help the widow to achieve her dreams, you tip the pot over and spill everything, thinking like you are punishing the widow, but you are starving thousands of orphans. Are you a sinful person or a wicked person? Of course, you are a wicked person. And the Bible said what? There is no peace for a wicked man. There is no peace for a wicked man. Let our conscience be our drive. Those who do it, those who are doing something crazy are people who don't have conscience. But thank God, because Ash is somebody I said will never give up. They said it doesn't matter how hard you fall, but how you dust yourself and say, thank you very much, I will still thrive. Because only when you give up, then you become a failure. But he is someone who will never fail. And in life, we only learn lessons and get better. For where ONPASSIVE is now, it always make everybody, all of us, to be stronger and to stick behind our CEO, knowing fully well that our future is bright. But to those who are wicked, woe to you, because the time will come, you have your own day of reckoning by tipping the food that will feed millions of orphans across the globe. So I'll end there. Thank you very much.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's the real manna from heaven. Thank you, my brother. Call this manna. I will go to my brother Vincent from the UK. One sentence, phrase, or anything in your mind as we move into the next week, please.
So thank you, Brother Bob. So what I have to say, Mr. Ash Mufareh said, ONPASSIVE is here to stay. So ONPASSIVE is here to stay. So just people bear in mind that ONPASSIVE is here to stay. With endurance of all these years, ONPASSIVE is here to stay. So have a little patience. Let's pray for wisdom and knowledge for our CEO. That's my final word.
Amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we go to my brother Maddie, the man from New Jersey.
Yeah,
what sentence or phrase as we go into?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I just want to. It's very important for anybody watching this. You need to share it. People need to hear this. And the statement I have is for everybody, whether you're in ONPASSIVE, not ONPASSIVE, you're watching this to see or whatever. We stand with Mr. Mufareh. Thank you very much. I was blown away. This meant a lot to me. There's a lot of people that feel the same way I do, and that's just absolutely a great feeling. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And we go to the mix, Ivy Mix. One statement, sentence, or phrase as we go into the week. Anything of encouragement.
Yeah, thank you very much. I just wanted to encourage all of us here and on the chat. The chat has been energized. We thank you for that. I just want to say we should get ready. Ash is getting ready to launch a comeback. The setback will be nothing. He's coming back. That setback, the setback that he's in, it means nothing. So let's all get ready for the comeback. Be ready. he's going to come big. Thank you.
Thank you. And with that, I'll make my final closing statement. I can't see with these glasses and different glasses, but I want to read a quote, something that I read from a guy called Steve Harvey. All of us know him. He's a movie actor, comedian, and everything. When we talk about endurance and everything, I thought about that quote, so I went and looked it up. You know, we are here today. Everything, the reason why we're here, we still keep going. Week in, week out, is because of endurance, and that's been led by our founder, Mr. Ash. So when I read this from Steve Harvey, I said, let me read it to all of us. He says, everybody has a turn back moment. Everyone, all of us, we have a turn back moment. A moment where you can go forward or give up. But the thing is, you have to keep in mind before you give up, it's a guarantee it will never happen. Every one of us have a turn back moment. The thing is, you give up, you are guaranteeing that whatever you were striving for will never happen. That's the guarantee of quitting. It will never happen nowhere under the sun. The only way the possibility remains that it can happen is when you never give up. That's Ash Mufare. He says, I'm going to do it or die. Let's wait. Like Ivy said, let's wait for the comeback. Our minds will be blown away. And with that, we're going to call it a day. We'll see you again in 2 weeks. The OTECH pros and the founders around the world. Thank you so much. And we're going to call it. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.